What do you think, guys?
Well, let me tell you what I think.
It's tight.
Tevin Former put on a great fight, and don't be surprised if he gets the win. Now, I think that Zepeda did enough to win the fight. However, boxing is boxing, and Saudi Arabia is not exempt from having shady cards. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. We are watching the Gilberto Ramirez WBA Cruiserweight Champion versus Chris Billum Smith of the UK WBO Champion at Cruiserweight card. It's on the Zone, and guess what? It's actually free on YouTube. So you can go watch this card on YouTube on the Golden Boy Boxing page. In fact, I think it's still free. Hold on, let's go check. Are you free still on YouTube? Are you free still on YouTube? Let's see. Yeah, see, there it is. You can watch it on YouTube. So I remember Turkey Al-Sheikh said that the fight was going to be free. And look, he hooked us up. But I'm watching on the Zone, even though sometimes the Zone makes my computer crash. But nonetheless, we good. Well, anyway, William Zepeda got dropped in round number 4, which was surprising because Tevin Former coming into this fight only has 8 KOs, and he's not known to be a power puncher at all. You may remember Tevin Former as a former matchroom fighter until he fought JoJo Carroll. Then after he lost, something happened, and I believe he may have, how can I say, he didn't come across as a humble fighter. And it made me wonder, well, damn, why did Matchroom just dispatch of him after his first loss? And my personal opinion is that he came across a bit arrogant. I've had some run-ins with him where it's just like, all right, bro, you good, but you ain't no Mayweather. And I'm just, listen, not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying. But now what I've noticed of him over the last few years, and I've been following him, is we're waiting for them to read the cards, by the way. We're here live real time. It's 3:48. p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November the 16th. Mike Tyson lost last night to Jake Paul on that card. But as you can see here, he fought Ray Maratala, and very good fight. He revived his career with that fight. Some would argue that he won. I don't. But before that, as you can see, he got bumped from, there's Tevin Former, 34 years old. He bumped from being a main event headliner to going straight to where he started pretty much in a Philadelphia house show, which is the 2300 Arena. This is the old ECW arena in Philly. NXT, WWE NXT was just there a couple of weeks ago. I was there a week ago for the weigh-in for Boots Ennis versus Karen Chuck. You know, the fight that took place here in Philly. We're just waiting for them to read the cards. And it's crazy that Tevin Former could have upset the 135-pound division. Remember, he's supposed to be, oh, wait, they're about to read the cards. Let me listen in. Remember, Zepeda is supposed to be fighting Shakur Stevenson next. It's pretty much done. Despite the confusion that people thought that Zepeda was ducking, whatever the case may be, they're supposed to be fighting. But however, this does put a question mark around Zepeda now because he got dropped by Tevin Former. They're about to read the cards. By the way, Latino night, Latino. I identified as Afro-Latino X as of late.
95 a 94 for
95, 80, 95, 94.
Scores it 95-94. 95 a 94 for Farmer.
Ooh.
Judge Fernando Villarreal.
135 about to be turned on its head.
95 a 94.
Come on, Philly.
For your winner by split decision. Para el ganador por decisión dividida. And now, the WBC interim lightweight champion of the world.
Did he do it?
William.
He didn't get it.
Zepeda.
That was scary, wasn't it, for Zepeda?
William Zepeda by the slimmest of margins, Sergio. Split decision by a point.
That's exactly how it should be, man. There's no shame on either side. Tevin Farmer once again needs to keep that chin up. And there's his girlfriend and his better half right there, keeping that chin up.
So listen, by the way, I met her. She actually helped me get Tevin Former get an interview from Tevin Former. But listen, his career back. This is one of those type of fights where you lose, but you kind of won. Because Zepeda, do you look at him as being a boogeyman anymore? He was viewed as being a boogeyman. Is he the boogeyman now? The lights have been turned on. Nobody's scared anymore.
Sergio?
Yes, the right
Let's
man
listen
won.
to the interview.
The right man won, but
We're going to talk about the 135-pound division. He's hurt.
you have wishful thinking, and you sometimes hope, you wish for the underdog.
But he's back.
You kind of put your eggs in that basket, but no, the right man won.
My bad. I got a new microphone. I got to turn down the gain.
Well, William, congratulations. That is as close as you can get to pulling off a decision win. What did you think of your performance?
Felicidades en primer lugar. No se puede tener un resultado tan cerca, ¿no? ¿Qué opinaste de la pelea?
I'm going to translate for y'all. Oh, no, I'm going to let them handle it.
Tuvimos una pelea fuerte, sabíamos la calidad de Farmer, la dificultad, la experiencia. Creo que eso me ayuda a mí, me demuestra que hay que seguir trabajando.
Let's go
que
see what
perfeccionar,
social
pero
media is
estoy muy
saying.
contento conmigo y con mi equipo por el trabajo realizado.
Yeah, we always knew it was going to be a really tough fight, a strong fight. We know that Farmer's really experienced. He's a really good fighter. I think what it shows is that there's lots of things that I have to perfect going forward, but I'm happy with my performance tonight.
What was he doing that made things so difficult?
¿Qué hacía él que te hacía las cosas tan difícil, exactamente?
Bueno, pues un poquito enredoso, no me dejaba acomodarme, sabía cuáles eran su experiencia, me demostraba cuáles eran mis fortalezas y sobre eso me fue trabajando, no desenvolverme con mis golpes al cuerpo, pero creo que fuimos planteando bien nuestro combate, nuestro ritmo y eso sacó la victoria.
Yeah, so I think what he did is he tried to, smother it, to close me down and not allow me to feel comfortable in there, So we did try to get that body work in there, but we're happy that with the rhythm we got to in the end that gave us the victory.
You seemed to be doing pretty well right up until that fourth round when you took that left hand that knocked you down. What happened in that exchange?
Estabas haciendo muy bien, después llega el cuarto y también te tira en ese intercambio de golpes. ¿Qué pasó después y qué hiciste después de esto?
Bueno, pues sí, ahí me sorprendió un poquito, creo que me ganó un poquito la confianza, sentía que iba proponiendo mi combate, pero pues él, su experiencia dejó ser mi combate y ahí me agarró, nada más.
So yeah, so I think, during that fight, during that shot when it came in, it surprised me a little bit, maybe knocked my confidence a little bit, but what I had to do was draw on my experience to get me through that and want to win the fight.
You're the #1 contender for all 4 belts at 135 pounds. Do you finish this fight believing that you're ready for a world title shot?
Eres el contendor número 1 en todos los organismos en el 135. ¿Terminas esta pelea pensando que eres listo ya para esta pelea, esa oportunidad mundialista?
Bueno, pues desde cuando se está mencionando esa oportunidad, nosotros hemos estado en espera. Ahorita estábamos dándole su lugar a nuestro rival, concentrados en esta pelea. Ahorita queremos descansar, disfrutar a mi familia, estar con mi hijo y posteriormente platicar con el equipo a ver qué es lo que sigue.
Yeah, so since I've been in this position, since that's mentioned, we've been waiting for the opportunity. Now we're just waiting for the time and the place to get that done. Now it's about going back and resting with my family, with my newly born son, and then, speaking to my team after that.
You've got the WBC interim title. Shakur Stevenson has the full title. Is Shakur Stevenson next?
Obviamente tienes el título interino, Shakur Stevenson. Tiene el otro también, el título que quieres. ¿Es la pelea que quieres con Shakur Stevenson la próxima?
Estamos en espera, nada más es cuestión que nos diga, que confirme, que sea certero en sí darnos la oportunidad y pues la vamos a aceptar.
Yeah, we're just waiting now, we're waiting with confidence to receive that offer, that firm offer for the opportunity, and we'll take that opportunity, obviously.
Congratulations, William.
Thank you.
Tevin, we'll turn to you. Disappointed, I'm sure, with the outcome of that fight. Do you think you did enough to get the decision?
I don't know. The people around the world, they decide that. The judges gave it to him. That's what it is.
Did you feel like, though, throughout the course of this fight, that you were winning more of the rounds?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the knockdown edged me out for sure. That's why when they said 94, 95, I just knew I had it because of the knockdown. And in fights like these, knockdowns definitely make a, you know what I'm saying? Make a difference.
You know, you said all week long that you fought guys like him before, that you could handle that type of output. What did you think of the way he was fighting? What did you think of that output?
I mean, it was good, but you see, I handled it. You know, it wasn't nothing. I mean, I think for somebody that just starting out, like the guys he's been fighting, that's definitely a lot of output. But for a veteran like me, it was just something that I seen already. So I tried to. Well, I didn't try. I brought the fight to him. Like I told you, he wouldn't have to find me. I'll be right there.
Got back-to-back losses, but both those could very easily be wins. Do you think you've shown that you are still a top guy at 135?
Absolutely. This guy, he's been stopping his last 11, 12 opponents, and you see what I just did. So, I mean, it is what it is. I go back with my family. I had a hard training camp. You see, we went to war all. But the goal was to put the pressure on him. You know, I think if I would have let him dictate the pace, it would have probably been too much, and that's what a lot of young fighters don't know. When you're fighting against a guy that come forward, you got to kind of make them go backwards, because the only thing they can do is go forward. So when we make them go backwards, they really can't fight that good. So
Appreciate it, Tevin.
Yeah.
And obviously disappointed Tevin Farmer, but
by the way, look, where's everybody at? And let me pause it here. They're using AI for their punch stats, and it's been looking a little dodgy. My personal opinion. And this was a high, volume intense fight, but I don't know. And also look at the arena. I want you to see, like, how are they going to get people to go to Saudi Arabia for these fights? I understand the plan is for 2030. That's their initiative to, make Saudi Arabia the next Dubai or Vegas or travel. You can't gamble, travel location. And of course, a lot of people have been asking, like, well, wait a minute, why are they having a Latino night in Saudi Arabia? Well, they're trying to get people to, travel. Now, remember, we got 2 fights left. We got Arnold Barboza, Jose Ramirez, and of course, the main event, Zerto Ramirez, the former Sicario with a heart of gold, versus Chris Billum-Smith, CBS. So, but anyway, moving on. Hey, listen, I'm just glad to see good fights. I'm not bitching and complaining. Let me tell you something. I love what the Saudis are doing, like, for real. And I hear nothing but good things on how they roll out the red carpet for media, Nothing but good things.
Farmer's last fight, he threw 446 punches. Sergio, tonight he threw 300 more. Did Tevin Farmer.
We saw the best Tevin Farmer. I don't think he can do any better against this guy, man. I mean, that's exactly what you need to do to beat him, and he still came up short. No shame in that, man. I hope Tevin Farmer sees this and
So let's go talk about the 135-pound division. As you heard, William Zepeda is the mandatory for all of the belts. Tank Davis is supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach likely in March. Lomachenko, we don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to retire or not. Keyshawn Davis and Zaire Abdulayev are probably going to fight to be the mandatory for Lomachenko. Denis Berinchyk, we don't know where he is since his upset win in his last fight. And Shakur Stevenson, we're waiting to see what he's going to do and when that Zepeda fight is going to actually happen. And of course, the way things are looking tonight, and fighters have bad nights. They do, so I'm not as hard on fighters as I used to be. I remember when I said it for Boots Ennis when he fought. Listen, Zepeda was due a bad night. They all have him, from Floyd Mayweather to Usyk, going life and death with Derek Chisora, even though, yes, he did win convincingly. Tyson Fury with Ngannou. And I'm just talking about recent memory. Where you'll look at like a fighter that's really good, that's supposed to be the next big thing, and eventually do become the next big thing, but they just have a bad night. Shakur had a bad night with that stinker last year against Edwin Hill, the fight whose name must not be spoken. So I feel like this, and boxing fans, maybe I'm not explaining it right, but I hope you know what I mean when people are going to be like, oh, he was exposed, he's not that good, whatever. Fighters have bad nights. But that's not discrediting Tevin Farmer at all, because these 2 losses could have been wins, to some judges. with Raymond Maratala, and now William Zepeda. And as you can see, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know, Zepeda is basically number 3 Maratala's number 3 in the IBF. You know, shockingly, he is not ranked by the WBA. Probably by choice, maybe. Probably by choice. Am I missing him? Probably by choice. But anyway, moving on. We could possibly see it on that February card, Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda, and then we may see Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, or Ventura versus Virgil Ortiz, or, you know, Virgil Ortiz versus Crawford, which I don't know if we're going to see that, but I don't know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. Here's my Twitter. Let's see. Here's what Shakur Stevenson tweeted, by the way. I knew he would have been watching. Belt 2. Food. We know who he's talking about. But yeah, here's my Twitter. The link is down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.